Taurus, before we begin, take a deep breath and allow yourself a quiet moment. August 12th, 2026 carries a calm but deeply meaningful energy around you. The tarot suggests that something you've been waiting for may finally begin to move, but it may happen in a way you don't expect. You may have been feeling recently that your life is standing still. You've been working. You've been waiting. You've been trying to make the right decisions. Yet somehow, the results haven't appeared as quickly as you wanted. Today, the cards bring an important message. Not everything that is delayed is denied. Sometimes life slows something down because the timing isn't right. And Taurus, you may soon understand why. There is something developing behind the scenes that you cannot completely see yet. A person may be making a decision about you. A company may be considering an opportunity. Someone may be preparing to contact you. Or you may be closer to a financial improvement than you currently realize. The interesting part is that the first sign could be very small. A message, a phone call, an unexpected invitation, a conversation, a new idea, or even a chance encounter with someone you haven't seen in a long time. Don't dismiss small developments. The tarot suggests that one of them could become much more important later. You are naturally someone who prefers stability. You like to know what you're doing, where you're going, and what the result will probably be. But August 12th brings an energy that asks you to become slightly more flexible. Not reckless. Not careless. Just open. Because something unexpected may enter your life. And it could actually be exactly what you need. You may receive information connected to your career. If you've been waiting for an answer about a job, promotion, project, interview, or business opportunity, the situation could begin moving forward. For some Taurus, someone may recognize your work after a long period of silence. You may suddenly receive praise. Someone could trust you with an important responsibility. A manager could ask you to participate in something new. Or a person with influence may begin noticing your abilities. Don't underestimate yourself when this happens. You may be more prepared than you think. You've learned through experience. You've made mistakes. You've corrected them. You've continued even when progress was slow. That persistence is one of your greatest professional strengths. If you're searching for a job, August 12th encourages you to communicate with people rather than waiting silently. Send the message. Update your resume. Contact someone you used to work with. Ask about opportunities. Talk about what you're looking for. You never know which conversation could open the right door. For Taurus who already have a job, there may be a moment when you realize that your current position is changing. Maybe you're being given more responsibility. Maybe you're becoming more valuable to the company. Or perhaps you're starting to realize that you have outgrown your current role. Don't make an impulsive decision. But don't ignore the feeling either. If you know you're capable of more, start preparing for more. Your career doesn't have to change overnight. It can change one decision at a time. Financially, August 12th carries an interesting message. The tarot shows the possibility of financial improvement, but it also emphasizes patience and organization. You may be thinking about money more than usual. Perhaps you've been waiting for a payment. Maybe you've had an unexpected expense. Maybe you're trying to save. Or perhaps you're simply tired of feeling like your income disappears too quickly. Today is a good time to look at the bigger picture. Don't focus only on what you have to pay this week. Think about where you want to be several months from now. What can you reduce? What can you save? What can you learn? What additional income could you create? The cards suggest that an opportunity to improve your finances may come through something you already know how to do. A skill. A hobby. A service. A creative ability. Something you've never considered valuable may actually have financial potential. Look carefully. You may already have more resources than you realize. There is also a warning. Don't make a large financial decision simply because someone promises quick results. If an investment sounds too good to be true, slow down. If someone pressures you to decide immediately, take your time. And if you're considering lending money, think carefully about whether you can truly afford to lose it. Your financial peace is more important than someone's temporary approval. Now, when it comes to love, Taurus, the energy becomes much softer. If you're single, someone may be thinking about approaching you. This person could be closer than you realize. They may be connected to your workplace, your social circle, a mutual friend, a family connection, or even someone you've encountered several times without recognizing their interest. The tarot suggests that this connection may develop slowly. And honestly, that may be better for you. You're not looking for something that disappears as quickly as it arrives. You want stability, trust, consistency, someone whose words and actions match. Don't rush into a relationship simply because someone gives you attention. Watch what they do. Pay attention to consistency. Let time reveal their intentions. If someone genuinely wants to build something with you, they won't disappear when things become difficult. They'll remain present. If you're already in a relationship, August 12th could bring an important conversation about the future. You and your partner may discuss money, family, living arrangements, long-term plans, or something you've both been avoiding. At first, the conversation could feel uncomfortable, but don't run away from it. Some conversations are difficult because they're important. Speak honestly, but don't become defensive. Your partner may not be trying to criticize you. They may simply want reassurance. And sometimes a relationship becomes stronger not because there are no problems, but because two people learn how to talk about them without destroying each other. There is also a possibility of someone from your past returning. Maybe you'll receive a message. Maybe you'll hear news about them. Maybe you'll suddenly remember something you thought you had already forgotten. This could awaken emotions. But the tarot asks you to look at the situation with mature eyes. Don't remember only the good moments. Remember why things ended. Remember what you learned. Remember how much you've changed. If someone returns, don't immediately assume that the story must continue. Ask yourself whether the person has truly changed. And more importantly, ask yourself whether you still want the same thing. Sometimes we miss the person we were when we were with someone, not the person themselves. That distinction can be powerful. Family energy around you is also significant. A family member may need your support. Someone could share a concern with you. Or you may find yourself thinking more deeply about your responsibilities toward the people you love. You care deeply about those close to you. But remember that caring doesn't mean carrying everything. You can support someone without becoming responsible for their entire life. Protect your emotional energy. Your peace matters too. Your intuition may also become stronger on August 12th. You could have a strange feeling about a person. You might suddenly want to postpone something. Or you may feel unexpectedly drawn toward a particular opportunity. Listen to yourself. But remain grounded. Your intuition should work together with common sense. Don't ignore facts simply because you have a feeling. Instead, use both. Your heart can notice something before your mind understands it. And your mind can help you determine what to do with that information. There may also be meaningful coincidences throughout the day. A repeating number, a familiar song, a person's name appearing unexpectedly. A conversation that seems connected to something you've been thinking about. You don't have to force a meaning onto everything. Just pay attention to what makes you stop and think. There is a reason certain moments stay in our minds. Taurus, one of the strongest messages in this reading is about patience. You've been waiting for something, and perhaps you've started wondering whether it will ever happen. The cards say, keep going, but don't force the timing. There is a difference between giving up and allowing something to develop naturally. You don't need to chase every opportunity. You don't need to convince someone to choose you. You don't need to force a financial result. And you don't need to prove your worth to people who don't recognize it. Your job is to keep building. Keep learning. Keep preparing. Then when the right opportunity arrives, you'll be ready. August 12th may also bring an unexpected decision. Someone may ask you to choose between two options. One may feel safe. The other may feel exciting. Your first instinct may be to choose the safer option. That's understandable. But ask yourself whether you're choosing safety because it is truly right for you or because you're afraid of change. There is a difference. Sometimes stability protects you. Sometimes stability keeps you stuck. You need to know which one you're experiencing. The tarot doesn't tell you to take unnecessary risks. It tells you to recognize when fear is disguising itself as practicality. You are allowed to want more. You are allowed to dream bigger. You are allowed to change your definition of success. And you are allowed to start again. By the evening, you may experience a moment of emotional clarity. Something that has been confusing you could suddenly seem much simpler. Maybe you'll realize what you want from a relationship. Maybe you'll understand what you need to do professionally. Maybe you'll finally see how to handle a financial problem. Or perhaps you'll simply stop worrying about something you cannot control. That peace could be the biggest gift of the day. Taurus, your strength isn't always visible. You don't need to make noise to make progress. You don't need to announce every plan. You don't need everyone to know what you're building. Sometimes your quiet consistency is exactly what will take you further than people expect. And the tarot suggests that you're approaching a period where that consistency begins producing visible results. Your career can become more stable. Your money situation can improve. Your relationships can become more honest. And your confidence can grow. But you have to trust the process. Don't compare your timeline to someone else's. Someone else's success doesn't mean you're behind. Someone else's relationship doesn't mean yours should look the same. Someone else's financial situation doesn't determine your future. Your journey has its own timing. And August 12th may remind you of that. There is also a warning against holding onto something simply because you've already invested so much time into it. Sometimes we stay because we think, I've already come this far. But if something no longer serves you, the time you've already invested is not a reason to continue losing more. This applies to relationships, jobs, financial commitments, old habits, and even outdated beliefs about yourself. You are allowed to change direction. You are allowed to say, this isn't what I want anymore. And that doesn't make you inconsistent. It means you're listening to yourself. The final message of the tarot for you on August 12th is deeply connected to trust. Trust your progress. Trust what you've learned. Trust your ability to recover. And trust that a delay doesn't automatically mean a denial. Something you've been waiting for may still be coming. It may simply arrive differently than you imagined. A career opportunity could come through an unexpected person. Money could come through a skill you haven't used seriously before. Love could arrive through a connection you never considered. And an ending could create space for something far more stable. So Taurus, walk through August 12th with your eyes open. Don't rush. Don't panic. Don't allow temporary uncertainty to make you believe that nothing is happening. A lot may be happening beneath the surface. Pay attention to messages. Notice opportunities. Protect your money. Listen carefully in conversations. And when something unexpected appears, don't automatically reject it simply because it wasn't part of your original plan. Sometimes the best parts of our future begin with something we never planned for. Your tarot message today is, what is meant to become stable in your life is already finding its way toward you. You don't have to chase it. You simply need to be ready when it arrives. And Taurus, the chapter you're entering may not be loud or dramatic. It may begin quietly, but quiet beginnings can create the strongest foundations. August 12th may be the day you finally notice that your life is beginning to move again. And once it starts moving, you may discover that the waiting was not wasted time. It was preparation. The cards have spoken. Now trust yourself enough to listen.